Hey, Tyler here with Elite Performance Coaching. If you have someone in your life that has done you harm or that you don't have good feelings towards, then check this video out. It's a simple way that you can purge those emotions, get them out of you. You see, when we hold on to old emotions, it's like poison. It doesn't do you any good. And many times we have shame or guilt around those things because we think it defines us. We think we should be perfect. We should be better than that. But it's there. It's real. We need to validate it and move through it. So check this out. It'll help you shift things in your life so that you can create better relationships, no matter if they're really crappy or if you want to improve them.
Big round of applause for Angela. Everybody give her a hand. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go now. Number one, everybody, here's what I want everybody to get. When people have junk and we share the junk. So let's say we're reading a letter that has junk in it, right? There are stuff in it that's not ideal. Most people are so past oriented that we remember the people based on the previous experience that we have with them. I've even seen this with my family where if I share something I'm experiencing and I'm going through, I work through it within like a day. But then we meet like a month later and they're still like thinking that perception of me that I struggled with that thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I like worked through that in like an hour. Like I was done with that. Because most people take a long time to work through stuff. As you become an elite performance person, you will work through things very quickly. As you do that, you will see people differently. So I'm going to invite you to see everyone who works through stuff in knowing that it's just a moment of their life and it doesn't define that person. So if Tyler reads and he's like, man, I really hate your guts. I want to kill this person. They're terrible. They've hurt me. They've done all this pain and all this problem. In your mind, oftentimes we label that and be like, wow, they have all this stuff. And oh my goodness, I hope we start to think that we need to save them or do something. Don't do that. It does not serve them at all. Your perception of them based on their pain contributes to their pain. So stop perceiving it. I'm going to repeat that. Your perception of their pain contributes to their pain. So change your perception. Okay? Why? Because everything has energy to it. If I perceive someone as weak, and I'm like, I've seen it over and over and over and over, and they're like, man, they're just so weak to me. Is that improving their ability to get stronger or not? It's not. If you actually believe that energy can be created, or it can't be created nor destroyed, but it can be transferred, then what you're doing is you're just transferring energy over and over and over. And you're labeling them with your own definitions, and you're actually contributing to their problem. So some of you are in relationships where you've seen evidence for so long, and it's so real to you, and you're actually contributing because you believe them, and you're holding on to their vision of your reality based on your past pains and perceptions. So we're going to go through some past pains and perceptions that could be current, but here in a moment, they won't be anymore. So realize that it's done and it can be changed. And when you can do that for yourself, you stop judging people. Because it's like, oh, that's just a vibrational frequency and they could change that in minutes. Making sense? All right, Angela, let's do this.
Okay, so sorry. My toddler was in my face. So
You're good. All right, so you got your letter, okay?
yes.
Sweet. So everybody's going to hold the space, meaning if you share junk, it's just junk and it's going to be moved and it doesn't matter. And we're just going to hold the space. You're not here to save anybody. You're not here to like, oh, woeist her. Don't victimize people. Just trust them and let them go through their stuff and do the same for yourself. Cool? All right. So with that, Angela, what we're going to do is we're going to read some of your letter, and I'm going to pause you after about 1 or 2, 3 sentences, and then I'm going to have you tap and align as we go through it. And we're going to go back through to the beginning. until we process some of it. And you're going to see that what was is no longer. And the heaviness and the hatred or the uncertainty or the pain, or it could be positive things, whatever it might be, becomes either non-triggering anymore, or it becomes very real if it's an ideal thing. So it's a really cool way to make changes very quickly. So with that, you ready to do it?
I am, and I just want to say these two things first. One, I'm probably going to be interrupted. But one, this literally just happened this morning with me and this person. So it is very heavy on my heart.
Perfect.
This is in regards to so I'm a stepmom. So this is my stepkid's mother. So this is who I'm writing this to.
Nice.
You want me to start reading a couple of lines?
Yeah. And before you do, it's always good to rate yourself. So as you guys go through this, think about all that stuff towards that person. And I want you to rate yourself 0 to 10. 10 is the worst. 0 is completely neutral. Or you could be 10 is the best, 0 is the worst. Whatever you want to do. For me, it helps thinking this way. So if you think about that person and it's like, oh, the heaviness, the hatred, the anxiety, the pain, 10 is like the worst ever. 0 is completely gone. Where would you rate it?
I'm going to go with a 3.
Okay, so not a whole lot. So just a little bit of pain and stuff there?
The opposite way. Like 10
Okay.
being the best. I'm sorry. I
10
flipped
is
that.
the best. So we'll switch this. So we'll do 10 is the best. My brain works backwards from people, so we'll do it this way. Okay. So
apparently
0
mine is too.
the worst. 10 is the best. So 10 is like you have the best relationship with her. It's amazing. You feel good. You've forgiven, and it's like incredible. 0 is the worst. Where would you rate it?
Again, a 3.
3. Perfect. Okay. All right. So go ahead and start your letter.
Okay. Her name is Alyssa. So, dear Alyssa, I really hate you. I hate you for all the times you have bashed Toby, which is my boyfriend.
Good. Perfect. Pause there.
Okay.
Okay, right there. So the moment as you're reading this, you want to, as soon as some emotion comes up, that's a good indicator to pause and then align.
Okay.
So as you said that, the tone and the chest tightened inside of you.
Yeah.
So that's what we actually want to address. So right there in that chest area, you're going to tap right here and just repeat out. And so go ahead and repeat that first phrase. So I hate you.
Yep. I hate you for all the times you have bashed Toby.
Good. So tune into that. Now, as you're saying that, the more real you can make it and the feeling you can know, the easier it'll be to shift it. So I hate you for bashing Toby. And you can even elaborate on anything that comes up about that. Like, part of me despises you and feels like you're a whole person and that I can't believe you do something like that. So you're going to vocalize those negatives, those non-ideals, any non-ideals around those ideals. And then you can add, it's okay, or I forgive. And if forgiveness is so far away that it's like, I don't want to forgive this person ever, then open to forgive one day. So if I'm like, I don't even want to say I want to forgive this person, so then we'll get, but you'll want to say, and maybe one day I'll be open to it, and that's okay. Okay? Or you can even say the opposite, and I'll never forgive you. Either way, it'll work. So whatever feels just like more natural or more like, oh, then say that.
Okay. Whew. All right. We got this. I hate you for all the times that you've belittled me and made me feel less of a person. I hate how much
Right there. So then pause and then say, and I don't ever want to forgive you.
And I don't ever want to forgive you.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Good. Now align. So go ahead and align. And pant. And smile. Good. Okay. Good. So
We're
now,
nearing nap time. I'm so sorry.
oh, you're good. I have 4 kids, so I know how it is. This is real life transformation, and this
real
is how
life.
you're gonna do it. So
Yes.
if you can do it and you got kids around you, then everybody else knows that this is not hard to do. Anybody can do this, right? So tune into that. Okay, now go ahead and back to your letter and reread from the beginning.
Okay. Dear Alyssa, I really hate you. I hate you for all the times you have bashed Toby when he's a great father. I hate the way you assume I will do everything for you. I hate how you assume everyone should stop their world for you. I hate how anxious anxious I get when I have the boys because you judge everything I do with them.
Good, right
because
there.
you okay.
So as you read about 2 or 3 sentences, you're looking for that kind of feeling to evoke some of that stuff.
Okay.
So as you were talking about the judging and everything stops the world. So I want you to tap right here. And as you guys do this, you'll start to tune into where you feel it. I'm just watching your body language. So tap kind of on the throat, right? Yep, right there. So you stop the world. You try to make the world stop for you. So
Do
just
you want me to
vocal.
repeat you? Okay.
Yep.
You try to make the world stop for you.
And you assume everything and you're always right. You always think you're right.
And you assume everything and you always think you're right.
And it disgusts me.
And it disgusts me.
And I want to be heard.
And I want to be heard.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
And open to forgive you someday.
And I'm open to forgiveness someday.
Good. Go ahead and lie.
Mommy.
And smile. Good. Then you're going to reread it from the beginning.
Dear Alyssa, I really hate you. I hate you for all the times you have bashed Toby when he's a great father. I hate the way you assume I will do everything for you. Hold on, baby. I hate how you assume everyone should stop their world for you. I hate how anxious I get when I have the boys because you judge everything I do with them because you could never admit how much I've done through the years.
Perfect.
I hate how
right there on that one.
Okay.
So go ahead and tap kind of on the sternum area, like right down low, like yep, right here. And just repeat after me. I've done so much for them.
I've done so much for them.
But you don't even care.
But you don't even care.
You invalidate me.
You invalidate me.
And make me feel worthless.
And make me feel worthless.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
And forgive you.
And forgive you.
Even if I don't want to.
Even if I don't want to.
Good. Go ahead and align. And smile. Great job.
Thank you.
So, as you're doing this, so even just now, I want you to re-rate yourself. Think about that situation here. 10 is the best relationship. It feels really good. It feels like peace and forgiven. 0 is the worst. Where would you rate it?
Okay, we're getting better. I'm feeling some things come out and it's just like, you want to let go, but it's like there. I would say I'm out of 5.
Great. So what's going to happen is let those things come out. So if you're reading this letter and things that you didn't write are in it, express it, tap it, align it. Okay. Because that's when the real stuff's going to move. The letter helps you get like a format of what's in there. Sometimes we don't know what's all in there until we start to read it out loud and we're working through it and we're like, but really I want to like, and then we're like, go at it. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, there's more there. So as you vocalize it, you're going to start to trust yourself to work through this stuff.
Okay.
And then pause. So after you go through a little bit, pause and tap where you feel it and then align it. Okay. So that's the process, guys. So we're going to do that. So I want you're going to do this through your whole letter. Okay. And then, so you're going to go through a little bit Feel where it's at, tap where it is, align it. Vocalize some non-ideals if more things come up, then go back to the beginning, reread it, and you're kind of like scanning. It's almost like you're looking for, I don't know, if you're like a grammar Nazi or something and you're like looking through a bunch of stuff and you're like, all right, I'm going to look for any errors. It's like that. You're like going through and you're like, okay, I'm looking for any triggers. And you're just going through it. You're like, all right, where are you, trigger? And it's like, oh, that one's a good one. And then you pause and you're like, okay, vocalize that trigger, incorporate a little bit of forgiveness, acceptance, okayness. That's the likability piece. And if you avoid this and you really don't want to do it, then do the extreme of it. Be like, I'll never forgive you. I can't forgive you. There's nothing on this planet I'd do to forgive you. I'm going to harbor it and hold on to it and drink the poison. And I love never forgiving you. Like that extreme, that it opens it up to be like, maybe I should, like, this is kind of stupid. So as you go super extreme, remember law of polarity that we talked about yesterday, and that'll allow you to feel that forgiveness again in a deep cellular level. Cool?
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Can we give her a huge round of applause? Thank Angela so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome job.
Hey, what's up? If you want to get access to learn the full process of how to change at a cellular level, click the link in the description. I actually have created a way for you to get access to the Unstoppablepreneur School for free so that you can check it out on a trial so you can experience these changes for yourself. So if you want to learn more, if you want to dive deeper, if you want to go through some of the coolest processes on the planet and the fastest hacks, click the link in the description and we'll see you on the other side. Was it me? No, it was each and every one of you. So we all chose to do that. No one forced you. No one made you. You chose, which is freaking awesome.